I'm not sure if they have a rivalry at the moment, but I'm sure they will after tonight.
I think all sports teams have a rivalry with each other.
And that'll be really interesting as well, because they'll be elected in time for varsity, so we'll be able to see how they cope with that. They'll be able to watch varsity and get tips for next year.
Yeah, and the job of the Vice President Athletic Union and Sport is sort of the clue's a bit in the name really with that one, isn't it? They look after the Athletic Union, which a couple of years ago was absorbed into the Student Union. They're also responsible for all sport on campus, even if it's not AU sport. So
anything you play recreationally rather than as a varsity sport.
It's basically to get lazy people like me running, as well as running the AU.
And people like me who are in charge of the cycling team, give them support so they can actually make their team affiliated, for those of us who aren't lazy like me.
Yeah, I know, I'm terribly lazy.
But after Lucy and Natalie have walked off stage and had their debate, we'll be moving on to the Vice President Finance and Activities.
It's another all-female cohort for that one, isn't it?
That'll be really interesting, I think.
Candidates for that role are Sarah Barnes, Emma Carter, Annie Piper and Louisa Ryan. So if you want to run through what that position's all about?
Well, to be honest, there's been a bit of discussion about the finance and activities, about whether it's a good position to continue on, as the main role really is for the looking after of societies within the student union. And how the societies are run. If you're in charge of society, if you're on the committee, you'll have talked to Danny Walker this year.
We can get a shot of Danny Walker actually. He's just standing,
standing there. Yeah, if we want to do that.
Just there, over by the elections forum table.
Right by the... There we go.
He is the balding one in the black shirt.
Paul's allowed to say that because they're friends.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah, moving back, the finance and activities, again, there'll be 4 of them debating on stage tonight, and of course it's only one position, so that will be a really intense fight, I think.
Yes.
Not discussion, not fight, want to make that sure. So after that, Vice President Welfare.
Vice President Welfare, candidates for that are Ben Greenfield, Teray and Dan McCarthy-Stott, who is an incumbent. Dan McCarthy-Stott can't actually be here tonight, but I have been told that he's recorded a video for us. So we should be seeing that.
If you've been coming to any of the UGMs this year, you'll have seen his videos already, so you know there's a lot to look forward to there. And the Vice President of Welfare really is about student welfare and campus.
It's one of the most student-facing roles, the Vice President of Welfare. They run all of your sexual health campaigns, liberation campaigns, housing fair, all of that sort of thing, making sure that you're safe and making sure that you're secure.
Yeah, they have a lot of talk with accommodation as well, so a lot of a relationship there. I know I had to talk to them unfortunately this year when one of the bike sheds was broken into, but you know that's what that position is there for. So that's the kind of challenges they'll be having to deal with when they get elected next year. And after that, we'll be moving on to the Vice President Education. The candidates for that are Gareth Park, Bhavika Patel, Nathan Slater and Harry Williams. Harry Williams, of course, is the politics editor of Concourse, although we will not be supporting him in any way. No, well, we won't be supporting him, we will be neutral, of course, and representing him as fairly as possible. Apologies for that slip.
Shall I just cut into what the VP Education role actually is?
I was going to do that, but we'll go ahead.
Vice President Education is all about all of your academic representation by the Students' Union. So they run your student learning and teaching committees, which you've probably never heard of, but they affect your student life really quite a lot.
Maybe most visibly the stars.
Yeah. A lot of wins in the education role in recent years. Ali Bird, who you've just seen in the interview, is our Vice President Education over the last 2 years. Isn't able to run again this year because you're only allowed to run for 2 years. So we're going to get some fresh blood in that role. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, it'll be great. After that, we'll be moving on to the presidential debates and questions. Obviously, that's maybe the biggest role. It'll be the one where it'll be the role that has the most publicity, really, and public relations will be a part of that. And I'm sure you'll have seen the candidates' posters around the university already, but in case you haven't, they are Abs Bose, Zara Fisher, Bolo Oyewale, apologies, Satish Danny Poole, and Victoria Taylor, who again is the incumbent, as she is your student union president this year as well.
President is the figurehead of the students' union, so the president represents you to the university, to the local council, the local community, to everyone, is the overall figurehead of the union. Very important role. By the looks of it, though, we've got our deputy returning officer on stage. He might be about to make a speech, so let's cut to that. We'll see what's going on.
one, we're going to make us all age independent. Then, as you said, the second one was better first. And I think just because we're the guys doing it,
Hello everybody. Hello candidates and general fans of KeeleSU elections. We will be starting very soon as I get the go-ahead from our Deputy Returning Officer, Andy Barnett, at the back there. Pardon? Are we good to go? Okay, so welcome to the 2013 candidate question time. So the format of the... it's 2014, isn't it? Well done, you're all awake. I'm clearly not. So the format of this evening, for anyone who has not had the pleasure of attending a candidate question time before, is that all of the candidates who are running in the KeeleSU elections 2014 get the opportunity to tell you why they think that you should vote for them. So each of them get the opportunity to speak and do an opening speech, and then you get the opportunity to ask them questions. You can direct your questions to the desk at the back. Can we have a wave, please, from EF, Elections Forum? You can direct your questions to the Elections Forum, so if you have a bright idea somewhere through the night, then you can just get up and fill in a little form. Or you can tweet and encourage your friends at home to tweet. And Concourse will pick it up. Concourse, give us a wave at the back. Concourse are live streaming this event. How exciting is that? Round of applause for Concourse. Never been done before. Am I on air, Concourse? Oh, that's well exciting. So who are we? Well, I'm Emma Hedges and I work in the activities office, and I'm co-chairing this event with, do you want to introduce yourself? No. With Stacey, who is the Chair of Student Council. You are the Chair of Student Council, aren't you? She doesn't know. Constitutional Affairs Secretary. She chairs CAC. She's got lots of responsibilities. So we'll be taking it in turns to chair. And like I said, we'll be inviting candidates up. So Andy, are we ready to start inviting candidates? Brilliant. So we are starting